Hello, good afternoon everyone. So, is everyone ready for the quiz? Hi Zara. Darshini, hello. Darshini, I don't think I've seen your name in this class before. So, are you attending it only for the first time? Alpa. Okay, hello Alpa. All right, so this is the first class. Okay. But you have prepared this chapter and you're ready for the quiz, I guess. On the chapter of breathing and exchange of gases. Okay, that's good. And before we start the quiz, as I told you yesterday that we will be having a doubt solving session. That's very good, Darshini. If you're ready, that's really good. So in case if you have doubts, we'll solve those doubts first and then we will start with the quiz. So all those who are already live on this session, they can ask the questions if they have any. Okay, Zara has a question on Helden effect, all right. Reena, good afternoon, how are you? Okay, that's good. All right, so before I start taking the doubt questions, let us quickly go over our slides. And this is about me. Darshini, you are a new student, so this is for you, I guess. Others have already seen this. I'm Dr. Neela Bakore, and I've been teaching biology for last so many years now. And I take botany and zoology both. Okay? And the platform which we are using, that is Unacademy. And this is the app which you need to install if you have not done this from your app store. So this is where you will find all the plus modules which I will be starting after the Diwali break. And the plus subscription, if you have taken, very good, and if you have not, you need to know the advantages of this. There are live classes which are conducted on these on this plus subscription. Like if you take the subscription, then everything which is available would be available for you also. So live classes will be there, unlimited access to every educator's live class. So you can pick and choose that, okay, today I want to attend this and tomorrow I want to attend something else. Then there is a live quiz or test, and it is a planned thing. It is a structured course which is offered. This is a new subscription which is introduced, and here along with the benefits of plus, there are some added features, like you have one-on-one tutor. So a teacher, an educator will be able to help you every step. Your studies are going to be planned. The test you take will be analyzed, and all the benefits of plus will also be there. So there will be all added things. And this is the subscription plan. So see, if you look at this figure 6,300, and if you multiply it with 12, you don't get this. It is much less. it is 54% off anyways. So it is always better to go for a little longer duration because it is financially very, very beneficial. And this is the code. If you use this, you get 10% discount. So there are various options available to you: a month plan, 3, 6, 12 and even 24 month. And for everything there is this 10% discount available. And this is applicable for your iconic subscription also. Here also, as you increase the duration, there is already a discount which is inbuilt plus this 10%. And don't forget to use the code. And the code is very simple. It is my name, that is Neela, and if you use this code, you automatically get that 10% discount. Okay? All right. So, okay, Anju, good afternoon. So now let us talk about the doubts. Zara had a doubt about Heldon effect. Now, do you remember anyone who remembers Bohr's effect and Heldon's effect? So what was that Heldon effect? Is anyone able to recall? Okay, Anish, good afternoon. What did we study when we were talking about Heldon effect? Is anyone able to recall Bohr and Heldon? Or everyone is having a doubt on Heldon's effect? Kalyan, good afternoon. Yes, who can tell me Heldon's effect? This will also help me understand whether those things that we talked of in this chapter are clear to everyone or not, because only one student asked the doubt. Displacement of CO2. Oxyhemoglobin is a mild acid. Okay. Darshini, you've written displacement of CO2, or is it release of CO2? Binding capacity of oxygen decreases when carbon dioxide. This is Bohr's effect. That is perfect. Now, if you're talking about Heldon's effect, it is about the release of carbon dioxide. Yes, Amisha, good afternoon. And how is this carbon dioxide released? For releasing carbon dioxide, bicarbonate, they must diffuse into the RBC. This is RBC. And to balance out the ions in the plasma, equal number of chloride ions will diffuse out. Here, because this is happening at the lung level, if you remember this diagram, suppose if we are talking about this diagram, then here oxygen is diffusing in and it combines with hemoglobin. So you are getting oxyhemoglobin. Oxyhemoglobin acts as an acid and it releases H+. So these H also move in, and here there will be H2CO3 carbonic acid, which dissociates into CO2 and water, and this carbon dioxide is given out. So this release of carbon dioxide, how it takes place? Bicarbonates go in, chloride would come out, then H also is required, that is coming from oxyhemoglobin, which is acting as an acid. This whole process is called Heldon effect. Is it clear, Zara? Is Heldon effect clear? And what about others? Is anyone having any other doubt? Kavi Priya, good afternoon. Okay, so there are many students who are with me today only for the quiz. Did they attend the class? the live class. Okay, Anju has a question, what is the role of stereocilia in olfactory chamber? See, olfactory epithelium is a sensory epithelium. Is sensory. That means it has to detect the sense of smell. It has to detect those chemicals which are there in the air which reach into our nasal chamber. So suppose this is a cell and the upper free end has to have something which is going to receive it, and that is the stereocilia. Stereocilia are non-motile, and when they get stimulated, a nerve impulse gets generated. So here there is this mucus in our nasal chamber, and when we inhale some aromatic particles, the smell producing particles, this particle when dissolves or comes in mucus and comes in contact with the stereocilia, a message or an impulse will be generated, and that goes to our brain, and that's where it is analyzed. So the stereocilia are sensory. One is kinocilia. So if something is to be moved, then kinocilia are there, like in our trachea. Okay, Anju, is it clear? They are sensory, so their role is perception of those chemicals. Any other question? So there were only two doubts basically. One was on Heldon's effect, and another was on stereocilia. I assume that everything else is clear. Okay, so if everything is clear, no doubts, then should we start with the questions? What happens if there is increase in pH of pH of hemoglobin doesn't increase, pH of blood increases or decreases? And if you're talking about pH of blood, are you talking about increase or acidic? Normally we talk about the pH becoming acidic, and when you say acidic, the number is below 7. So pH is decreasing, not increasing, which is called acidosis. Acidic, right. So what happens is, if there is more and more carbon dioxide in the blood, if there is less elimination of carbon dioxide, if you are doing more exercises, if your muscles are tired, then there will be more and more carbon dioxide in the blood. This carbon dioxide in the blood is going to react with water which is there in plasma to form H2CO3 and this H2CO3 dissociates into bicarbonate and H+. As soon as this H+ is formed, that means the pH of blood decreases. Okay, so this will stimulate our body to remove this excess of carbon dioxide. So when the pH becomes acidic, our body tends to release that extra carbon dioxide which is there. Hiren is saying no Wi-Fi. So will you be able to take the questions or not, Hiren? Okay. All right. Clear, Anju? The mechanism of breathing depends on which factors? Mechanism of breathing, it depends on the muscle contraction. And what is mechanism? Inhalation and exhalation. So the muscle should contract. For that ATP is required. And if you're talking about the rate of breathing, then it is on activity, it is on the requirement of the body, it is this factor also, which can also increase the rate of respiration so that more and more carbon dioxide can be exhaled. Animals' habitat or levels of organization. What exactly are we talking about levels of organization? Because when we talk of breathing, it is an individual's process. Level of organization, lower level is like cell, then tissue, then organ system, and then the organism. Higher levels will include population, community, and so on. So if you're talking about the whole population respiring or breathing, or the individual breathing. So here the habitat or the level of organizations are not responsible. Habitat will decide the structure which is going to help in this. If they are aquatic, it has to be some other structure. If they are insects, arthropods, there is some other structure. So that is a different thing altogether. Okay, so is it clear now? Shall we start with the questions or any more doubts? And one thing is that when you answer or when you send me the answer, remember to put the question number. It's like 1A or B or C, so 1A, 1B, 1C, something like that, okay? All right. So now let us see, this is your first question. Trachea is a straight tube extending up to the mid-thoracic cavity which divides at the level of. Is the question clear? If this is trachea, it goes through the neck, chest cavity and then divides. So what is this level where it divides? Zara says 1C, Anju says B, Reena says C. Darshini also says C, Kavipriya says C. The correct answer is C. It is the fifth thoracic vertebrae. How many thoracic vertebrae do we have? This is fifth thoracic vertebra, like alignment of fifth thoracic. How many thoracic vertebrae do we have? And how many? Oh, Hiren says 7. No, 7 are cervical. So we have 7 cervical, that is in the neck region, 12 thoracic, then 5 lumbar. This I'm sure you have done in the skeletal system. Okay, so right in front of the fifth thoracic vertebra, the trachea, it divides into 2 branches. All right, okay. And you know, also keep a track of how many questions you answered correctly, so that by the end of the quiz we will know, like out of 25 or 20 how many you did correctly. Okay, next one. This is the next question. Outer pleural membrane is in close contact with Zara says B, Reena also says B, Anju B, Darshini also B. Okay, now everybody got it correct, it is thoracic cavity. Now you name the membrane also, the outer pleural membrane. Everybody got the answer correct? Oh, Hiren is writing 2. No. See, if this is the lung, the pleural membrane has two layers or two membranes. This is the inner, this is the outer. So the inner one is in contact with the lungs and the outer one is in contact with the thoracic wall. Here is the thoracic wall. Okay, parietal membrane, very good. Anju has written visceral. No, this inner is visceral. Inner one is visceral and outer is parietal. Okay, so outer inner can be asked, visceral or parietal can be asked. This was an easier question, but if the name of the membrane is given, then you have to remember which one is inner and which one is outer, because if you are confused between the two, then you know this could go wrong. All right, let us go for the third one. Okay, third answer for the third question. Volume of air remaining in the lungs even after a forcible expiration is called 3C, 3C, 3C. Ayush, Kavipriya, Reena, Zara, Ayush, Darshini, Kalyan, Alpa, everyone has given the correct answer. Okay, can you tell me the volume? This is the name, residual volume. What is that value? How much volume? How many milliliters? Do you know the residual volume? Anju is saying A. No, no, no. Even after forceful expiration, what remains is the expiratory reserve volume has gone out when you forcefully exhale. Residual is 1000 to 1200. Average is taken as 1200 milliliters. Okay? All right. Anju, why is the confusion? Why do you think expiratory reserve volume? Because normal inhalation 500 goes in, normal exhalation 500 comes out. Now after normal inhalation, when you're forcefully exhaling, this expiratory reserve volume is coming out. So after that forceful expiration, what remains in your lungs is the residual volume. Okay? All right, let us take the fourth question. You have to, which of the following statement is incorrect with reference to mechanism of breathing? You have to find the incorrect statement. Fourth question, Reena says C. Ayush, Kavipriya also are saying C. Zara, Darshini also are saying C. Anju C. Okay, Alpa also says C, which is the correct answer. Now, why do you think it is correct? The contraction of external intercostal muscles lifts up the ribs and sternum, causing decrease in the volume of thoracic chamber. What is incorrect in this statement? Which is that thing? Okay, Hiren has given the answer now. Reena has given the answer that volume increases, where here it is written as decreases. Okay? It causes increase in volume. Very good. So far it is going great. Now let us see the fifth question. fifth question. What is the answer? Ayush, Reena, Anju, Kavipriya, Zara, they are saying it is D. What about others? Darshani is also saying D. Okay, so all of you have given the answer as D, which is the correct answer. Now, what is incorrect about this D statement? About 70% carbon dioxide is carried in dissolved state in plasma. How is this 70% carbon dioxide carried? It is carried in the form of bicarbonate. Very good, Zara. All right. Bicarbonate. Very good, Ayush. Also, Anju is saying it transports 7% as dissolved. Okay, all right. As bicarbonate, very good. Now let us take the sixth question. Now let us see how many of you answer this correctly. Sixth question. Ayush, Zara, Kavipriya and Reena, they are saying the answer should be B option. Alpa is saying A should be the correct answer. Darshini says B. Okay, the correct answer is B. Hiren also says A. See, we are talking about formation of oxyhemoglobin. Where is oxyhemoglobin formed? See, for everything you have to refer to this diagram. Oxygen diffuses here, oxyhemoglobin is formed. Now here, PO2 is high, PCO2 is low. You're breathing in colder air, fresh air, so temperature is low as compared to the muscle or the tissue. H ion concentration is also low. So out of this, high PO2, low PCO2, lesser H and lower temperature, there is no high PCO2 and there is no high temperature. So A and B, these two are the correct statements. Okay, Anusha, the name says Suchitra and then it is saying Anusha. So I guess you're using somebody else's account, okay? Now, those who have written answer as A, is it clear? Only A or A and B should be the answer? Because they're, okay, mom's account, that's okay. So now start answering the questions, Anusha. We are on sixth question and we are talking about the factors. There are total 4 factors. Partial pressure of oxygen, carbon dioxide 2, then H ion concentration more or less and temperature more or less. So 4 factors should be there. And that is why 2 statements are correct here, A and B. Okay, let us take the next question, that is the 7th question. Okay, answer the 7th question. I'm waiting for the answer of 7th question. I got one answer. Ayush says D. Reena says A. Zara, Kavipriya, Anju, Darshini, they say D. You have to find the incorrect one. Alpa is also saying A. Kalyan is saying D. Okay, the incorrect statement is this one. Carbon dioxide is carried in hemoglobin as carboxyhemoglobin. This is the incorrect statement, and that is why that becomes our correct answer. Carbon dioxide by hemoglobin is taken as carbaminohemoglobin. It is taken as carbaminohemoglobin, yes. So those who were thinking that A is the correct answer, why were they thinking? Because we talked about the oxygen dissociation curve and we read a paragraph which said that 100 milliliters of blood delivers about 4 to 5 milliliters of carbon dioxide to the alveoli. Alright, 8th question. This is again an easier question. 8th one. Slowly and gradually the difficulty level will increase. Reena says C. Okay, Zara is saying A. Suchitra is also saying A. Alpa and Kavipriya are saying C. Suchitra, oh, first was A and now it is C, okay. Hiren is saying C. See, if you remember, when we were talking about the structure of larynx, we said there is a ring-like cartilage, then there is one which is this H or I-shaped, which is the thyroid, right? This one, and then there were two arytenoid. So this lower complete ring-like cartilage is the cricoid cartilage. All right. So now, because those who attended the lectures, when I actually made the larynx on a piece of paper, and that is how I showed you how the cartilages are arranged. So Darshini, if you can find that recorded lecture and can watch that, you will understand the structure of larynx clearly. It is important because questions are asked on this, like the vocal cords are attached between which and which cartilage. So for that you need to understand the structure of larynx. This is the 9th question. Read the question carefully and then answer. Ninth question, if a person exhales out forcefully by applying all his efforts, what will be the pulmonary volume inhaled by him immediately under normal condition without applying any extra effort? So I have variety of answers now. Some of you are saying it is B, some of you are saying it is D, Madhu is saying C. Oh, so we got all the answers. Anju is saying A, and I have an answer C also. Okay, very good. Supayan. Hello, Supayan. Kalyan is saying B, Alpa is saying A. See, read the question. If a person exhales forcefully by applying all his effort. Normal exhalation, 500 tidal volume will go out, okay? Forceful expiratory reserve volume will also go out, okay? Then, full stop. What will be the pulmonary volume inhaled by him immediately under normal condition? So now, this is exhaled, forcefully expiratory also exhaled, and now inhaled normally. So what will happen? This will be refilled and normal inhalation will take this. So correct answer should be C. Is it clear? Because questions of this type are very common. Okay, Achyut has given the correct answer C. And who else? Madhu has given the answer as C. All those who were talking about A, B or D, is it clear now? And that is why I said read the question carefully. Everything is here, and when you're reading the questions on pulmonary volume, keep doing it yourself. So, person exhales out forcefully, means 500 gone out, normal exhalation forcefully, the reserve volume is also gone out, and now you have to inhale under normal condition. So this has to be refilled and this has to be refilled. Okay, Zara, he is not applying any effort for inhalation. It is not forceful inhalation. If it was forceful inhalation, then it would have been inspiratory reserve volume also. Okay, one more time. The person exhales out forcefully. How can you exhale forcefully? Once you exhale normally, so the tidal volume, that is 500 ml, goes out. Then you are exhaling forcefully after that. This is normal. Forcefully, if you exhale, there is some reserve air which is in your lungs, which is called expiratory reserve volume. So forcefully you have exhaled. So tidal volume has also gone out, expiratory reserve volume has also gone out. Now after that you are inhaling normally. So when you inhale, this has to be refilled and then normal inhalation. Okay? Why expiratory reserve is included? If he breathes normally without any effort. When we are inhaling, it is anyways an active process, right? And if this volume of air has gone out, you have to refill that volume. So this will be refilled and then the normal volume of 500 will come in. Right? Yes, what Hiren is saying, because he forcefully exhaled. So this volume has to be refilled. Clear? Ayush, is the question, is the explanation clear now? Okay, let us come to the 10th question. Yes, Ayush. Yes. Okay, let us take the 10th question and answer this. Ayush has given the answer as A. Madhu is also right. No answer. Zara says A. Okay, Madhu also says A. Kavipriya, Reena, Darshini, Suchitra, Achyut, Anju, everybody is saying A. This is easy. So all of you got it correct. Okay, it is breakdown of alveoli because of that inflammation, the tar which gets deposited, and that condition is called emphysema. Very good. Okay, 11th question. Darshini, let us see whether you are able to answer this question or not. 11th question. Suchitra, Zara, Reena, Kavipriya, Daydreamer, Ayush, they're all saying it is B. Anju is saying it is C. Madhu is saying it is B. This question is again on larynx. Okay, the correct answer for this is B, thyroid. Varsha is saying C. See, all those who could not answer this question correctly, the reason is only one, that you have not seen the structure of larynx. Ayush, what is not in NCERT? What is not given in NCERT? Yes, Ayush. What is that thing that you did not find in NCERT? Adam's apple. Oh, larynx structure. Okay. Did you study skeletal system? Did you study skeletal system? Movement and locomotion chapter. There we talk about cartilage, cricoid cartilage and all this. Okay. When we talk about the movement and locomotion chapter, there we talk about tissues also, cartilage. Then we also have the unit which is structural organization in animals. There also we talk about the tissues. And when you talk about location of hyaline cartilage, that time you talk about cricoid cartilage, thyroid cartilage, arytenoid cartilage. And in NCERT, larynx is mentioned. How voice is produced, sound is produced, that is also mentioned. Vocal cords are also mentioned. So where are they present? Where are they attached to? All these things we need to understand. This is what is the problem. Like when students say that if the line or the word is given in NCERT, then only we should study it. And that is why when such type of questions are asked, you won't be able to answer it. The largest cartilage of larynx, question has been asked. Epiglottis is the extension of which cartilage? Question has been asked in NEET. Vocal cords are stretched between. Question has been asked on NEET. Okay, so this is what I was telling you, that when you talk about NCERT based, this is what is the meaning. You don't have to wait for the word. You have to see if that structure is there, you need to know the basics of that structure. Okay, and if you just keep looking for the word in NCERT, and if you don't find that word, and if you think it is out of syllabus, then that is a mistake that we would be committing. Right. Suchitra is also saying that there are things which are not mentioned in the NCERT, like dog's age is not given, but the questions are asked. So this is what we mean, that if there are two things given, one word is given, we need to know everything about those things. Okay? Srinivas is asking, sir, please teach in English language. I guess I'm using only English. I don't know why you have messaged it like this. Okay, this channel is Let's Crack NEET UG English. This is a channel where you use complete English. Anyways, I guess there's some confusion. All right. Now, let us take the 12th question. 12th question. Amount of oxygen which is present in 1 gram of hemoglobin. See, everyone got it right. 1.34. A. Ayush, Reena, Anju, Suchitra, Kavipriya, Zara, everybody got it right. Very good. So these are like factorial questions. Let us take the next one. Now, read the question carefully again. This is 13th question. Kalyan has given the answer of 12th as D. No, it is incorrect. It is A. 1.34 milliliters. Okay, now answer for 13th. Okay, I got one answer from Ayush. Kavipriya, it says B. Suchitra has said A. Anju is saying A. So the answers which we are getting are A and B so far. Okay, Zara is saying C. So we have A, B and C, all the answers here. Fatin is saying A. So B, D, or D somebody, no, 13th is B, okay. So A, B and C are the answers which we got for this question. Now, in lungs, there is a definite exchange of ions between RBC and plasma. Removal of carbon dioxide from the blood. I just made this diagram, I think, some time back when we were doing the revision part. Here is this alveolus, right? So, when carbon dioxide is going out, then the reaction is that bicarbonate moves from plasma into RBC. H also comes from oxyhemoglobin. It forms CO3. It dissociates into CO2, H2O. And to balance out the number of negatively charged ions moving in, there is outward movement of chloride ions. And inward movement is called influx. Inward movement is called influx. Flux is the movement and outward movement is called efflux. Okay, so here there is efflux of chloride ions from RBC. Yes, the negative chloride shift. Suchitra, you're right. Clear? So those who gave the answers as B or C, removal of this is due to, okay, I think some people got confused because of this. Okay, I got it. Why you got confused? But it is the chloride ion which is the main thing which is considered here. All right. 14th question, read it again carefully and then answer. Match the column. 14th. Okay, we got one answer, that is D from Suchitra. Okay, what about others? Zara also says D. Madhu, Kavipriya, Varsha, they are also saying D. Any other option? Reena also says D. Okay, the correct answer is D. Those who could not get it, for A, it is the spasm. Itis is inflammation, so it should be inflammation of bronchi, that is 4. Rhinitis is inflammation of nasal tract, which causes running nose. And you know what emphysema is. Okay, that is all blown out alveoli. This was, I guess, the first question or first few questions that we had the question on emphysema also. Okay. All right. 15th question. Again, match the column. Here the abbreviations are used, and I'm sure you remember those abbreviations. Okay, Madhu is given the answer as D. I hope this is for the 15th question, because you are not writing the number of the question number. So for 15th, Zara is saying D. Reena is also saying D. Madhu is also saying D. Ayush is saying A. Okay, now it is D. Okay, so Ayush said A, then it is, he has shifted the answer to D. Anju is saying D. This question is going to take a little longer. And there are very few values which will help you, because you can see A, that is tidal volume, or every option says same, right? So it doesn't help. It is 500, 500, 500, right? The ones which you're 100% sure of. Total lung capacity, that is also everywhere the same. So these are the values which normally you remember, and you think that this is the one which is going to help you. Okay. G, vital capacity, everywhere it is the same, right? Okay, which else is same? Oh, this is also same, functional reserve capacity. That is 3, everywhere it is same. So you have to decide from these 4. Now, is there anything which you are sure of? And if yes, then you can choose the answer. Yes, it is slightly tricky. Residual volume is 1200, D is 1200. Okay, so that can help. If you think residual volume is 1200, then where do you find this? Two options, A and D. So we have shortlisted. Okay, let us come to one more which can help us reach to the conclusion. B is inspiratory reserve volume. Now tell me, what is the inspiratory reserve volume? Is it this much, that is 7, or 4? What is the inspiratory reserve volume? And let us take E, inspiratory capacity. What is inspiratory capacity? TV plus inspiratory reserve volume. How much is that? That is 500 plus. What is the value of inspiratory reserve volume? How much is inspiratory reserve volume? We took it from 2000 to 3000. So inspiratory reserve volume should be about 3000 and inspiratory capacity should be about 3500, right? So now tell me, what is your correct answer, A or D? D? Very good. So many a times the common numbers are given correctly. So the other numbers which are there, from there you have to find your answer. Okay? Alright, this is the 16th question and let us see if you are able to answer this or not. 16th question. A diagram is given. This is like the NCERT diagram only, slightly modified. And you have to identify A to E in the given diagram and choose the correct options which are given here. Archana, the answer which you are giving is for the 15th question, right? Now the question which you have is the 16th question, and let us see what is the answer. Rajni has given the answer as A for 16th. Kavipriya, Anju, Madhu, they all are saying A. Suchitra is saying B. So we have so far two answers, A and B. Anyone who is giving some other answer? Two options so far, A and B. Okay, so Daydreamer has also given us the answer as B. Let us label this. See, this is alveolus. I guess no confusion, and that is why A is given everywhere as alveolus, right? Now this C, before we actually go to the options, let us identify this. This is taking oxygenated blood to the lung, to the heart from the lungs. So this is pulmonary vein. Now from here the blood is taken by aorta. So E should be aorta. And it is bringing that oxygenated blood to the tissue. Now carbon dioxide diffuses into it, and this gets, it is carrying deoxygenated blood. Okay, and D should be vena cava. And this deoxygenated blood has to go to the lungs for oxygenation. So this should be pulmonary artery. Now let us see. What is our correct answer? A is alveolus. This is right. B is pulmonary artery. Vein. So see, at this place we can be reaching to our answer. But let us see. C is pulmonary vein. Not artery, not artery, not artery. D is systemic vein. No. It is called, aorta is also known as systemic arch. And it is an artery. So, D, oh sorry. Okay, this one. Okay, this is called systemic vein. So this is correct, and E is known as systemic arch or systemic artery. So our correct answer is A. Got it? So the easiest option is label those structures and then match it with the options which are given. Okay, this is on oxygen dissociation curve. Let us see whether we are able to answer this question. This is 17th question. Seventeenth question, oxygen dissociation curve. Read the question. The curve to the right. What are the conditions, or what is the condition which will help the curve to move towards right? Seventeenth, Anju, Rajni, Kavipriya, Daydreamer, Suchitra, they are all saying D, all of these. Dissociation, yes, it is dissociation of oxyhemoglobin. So what are those factors that if those factors increase, this curve will immediately turn towards right? That means factors responsible for dissociation of oxyhemoglobin. And where does this take place? It takes place at tissue. So what are the conditions at tissue? Partial pressure of carbon dioxide is more. And if there is more carbon dioxide, it will react with water to form carbonic acid. H ion concentration will increase and pH will decrease. So this is interpretation. H ion concentration is high. If H is more, that means pH is low. Rise in temperature, that means all of these. Okay? So there can be a direct question, there can be like indirect question on oxygen dissociation. All right, let us see if you are able to answer this 18th question or not. Some respiratory structures are given and some animals are given. So you have to pick the one which is telling you everything correctly. Eighteenth question, what is the correct answer? Anju, Rajni and Kavipriya, they are saying B. Okay. Suchitra, Daydreamer also say B. Reena also is saying B. This is the correct answer because for sponges, coelentrates and flatworms, the body surface or the cell membrane acts as the surface for exchange. In aquatic arthropods, And fishes, obviously gills are the respiratory structure. In earthworm and frog, moist skin. In reptile, birds and mammals, it is the lungs, and in insects, it is the tracheary system. So this B option is correct, which is telling you the correct group of animals with the correct respiratory structure. Okay, let us see this one. 19th question. See, you can understand like one concept, but it can be asked in multiple ways. Rajni is saying C. Daydreamer is saying A. Kavi Priya says C. Suchitra says C. Anju is also saying C. And the correct answer is C. What do we mean when the blood becomes acidic? That means H ions are released. And as soon as the H ions are released, hemoglobin and oxygen, they should dissociate. So that more, when is H ion, see here we are talking about blood is acidic. That means blood is having more H, right? When is the reason when H are released, carbon dioxide is more, it reacts with water to form H2CO3, which dissociates to give you HCO3 and this H. Now this indicates that there is acidosis. So if there is acidosis, then oxyhemoglobin should dissociate Hb and O2, and this Hb can take this oxygen out, and there should be more and more oxygen supply to the tissue. So binding of oxygen with hemoglobin will decrease. Okay, Reena is writing D. There is no change in oxygen binding nor number of RBC. We have talked about acidosis. Whenever carbon dioxide concentration increases, the pH of blood decreases because of H ion concentration. And then you tend to remove that carbon dioxide. So how will you remove carbon dioxide unless and until your hemoglobin is set free? Okay? Reena, is it clear? 20th question. Okay. Let me see how many of you are able to answer this 20th question. Rajni is saying B. Kavi Priya is also saying B. Anju is also saying B. What about others? B. See, here we are talking about chemical control of our respiration. And that chemical control is because of bodies which are called carotid bodies or aortic bodies. And carotid and aortic bodies are present at the base of aorta and carotid artery. So, if there is any change in the carbon dioxide concentration in that arterial blood, it should be detected because this blood is being supplied to the body parts. Okay? Next, 21st question. Anju, Suchitra, Kavipriya, they're saying D. Rajni is also saying D. At the time of expiration or exhalation. D. Okay, so everybody got it right? Because this is the normal shape, the diaphragm remains like this. But when the phrenic muscles contract, it becomes straight. So when we are exhaling, the muscles are relaxed and the diaphragm will become again dome shaped. Very good. 22nd question. Which of the following structure is not supported by those incomplete cartilaginous rings? Kalyan has given the answer of 21st question as B. Shubhisha Shri. Thank you, Shubhisha, if I've said your name correctly. Okay, 22nd question. I guess everybody has given the answer of 22nd as C. Trachea is, primary bronchi are, secondary bronchi are, so it is only the terminal bronchiole which is not supported by those T-shaped cartilaginous rings. Okay, again read the question carefully and then answer. 23rd. Question. Is C according to Rajni. Kavipriya also thinks C. Reena, Daydreamer, Suchitra, they all think it is C. Shubhiksha, okay, also thinks it is C. And the correct answer is C. What is functional residual capacity? That means in normal case, how much is the residual thing? One is, or the volume of the air. Residual volume is there which cannot be exhaled no matter what you do. And this can be exhaled only forcefully, that is expiratory reserve volume. So if you combine this, that means this much air is always there in your lungs if you're doing a normal breathing. Okay? 24th question. It is about mountain sickness in people who are climbing the higher altitude without any oxygen cylinder. So what is the reason of that mountain sickness, the nausea and headache that they get? It is anemic hypoxia, it is arterial hypoxia, it's lack of sufficient amount of hemoglobin, lack of sufficient amount of erythrocytes. Okay. So far the answer which I have received is A. So Suchitra, Kavipriya, Shubhiksha, Suchitra, I'm not sure, Reena say A. And Anju is saying C. Okay, let me give you the correct answer. The correct answer is B. Neither A nor C. See, what is meant by anemic Hypoxia is yes. Hypoxia is when oxygen supply is less. Anemic is when there is low hemoglobin or blood loss or something of that sort. Then it is anemia. Okay? Lack of sufficient amount of hemoglobin, a person has just started climbing up. So the person is going with the normal amount of hemoglobin. There is no problem with the erythrocyte number, RBC number. But because there is less oxygen available as you go up, the exchange of gases will be less. And that means less oxygen is going to enter into your oxygenated blood. So it is going to be arterial, that is in the artery. The blood which is oxygenated will not be sufficiently oxygenated, and that results into mountain sickness, nausea, headache, vomiting sensation and all those things. Clear? Okay, anemia word is used if there is low hemoglobin or there is some kind of a blood loss. Then that condition is called anemia. Okay, all right. Next question, 25th. I think this should be easy. Rajni, Daydreamer, Shubhiksha, Reena, Kavipriya, Zara, Suchitra, Anju, everybody is writing D, and which is definitely the correct answer. Okay, silicosis, asbestosis, fibrosis. Like fibrosis is, do you know what fibrosis is? Suppose this is the lung and there is some kind of a deposition here. So what happens is our body tries to isolate that thing from the rest of the cells, and this is done by depositing fibers, that is collagen fibers. And because collagen is a tough fiber, that area shows fibrosis, it becomes hard. Okay, now how many of you got all 25 correct? There were 25 questions which I had planned. How many of you got 25 correct? I told you in the beginning that keep a track of how many you're doing correctly. Okay, Zara is saying 3 wrong, all right. And now you know why those 3 went wrong, and whatever was not clear, is it now clear? 25 is D, right? Reena says 4 wrong. Which were those questions where you went wrong, and now are you able to understand those concepts? And if the similar type of questions are asked in the next test or in NEET, will you be able to answer them correctly? Suchitra is saying helpful class. Okay, I'm happy that you liked it. Okay, Devraj Rana is saying 1 wrong. Anju is saying 6 wrong. Kavi Priya is saying 2 wrong. Okay, okay, so 1 wrong for Dr. Devraj Rana. 1 missed question, okay? That is Rajni's answer. See, if you got 20, 22, 23, 24 correct, which is very good. My concern is why 1, 2 or 3 were wrong. What is that thing which was not clear? And when we were discussing that question, were you able to understand the concept? So our focus should be on the wrong ones. If we did few questions correct, that is a good thing, that part is understood. But if you're doing something wrong, that means that particular concept or part has to be revised. Okay? Okay, Michael Jackson has joined. Hello, Michael. Oh, you're current, sorry. So this Michael Jackson is just to mislead people. Okay, Kavipriya is saying will rectify mistakes. That is the purpose of the quiz and going over the questions. Because if you understand your mistakes and you rectify them, then that means you will not commit the same mistakes again. Okay, you're doing BSc, and then why are you attending these classes? Is it like a chapter in your BSc also? I guess human physiology is there, but I'm not very sure. Okay, so you have the complete human physiology there in your BSc. And is it like in BSc first, second or third year? Which year? Now, before we wind up today's class, I have to share some very important things with you. Okay, first year, all right. And I hope these lectures which I'm taking are, and Kalyan is saying you have passed BSc, that's very good. Yes, Subiksha, I have noted your point. Okay, Kavipriya, I'm happy you liked the session. Now, I'm going to tell you something very important. Today is the last class of this chapter and last class before Diwali break. Okay, we will resume from first week of December. That means from now, for the remaining days of November, I will not be taking the classes or lectures. So we will start from first week of December. You're welcome, Rajni. I'm happy that you like the questions, and if there were some errors, mistakes that you committed, then go over all those lectures and read all the things carefully. Okay, so the next class from first week of December. All right, so wish you all a very, very, very happy Diwali in advance. Celebrate it nicely, don't use crackers, because if you use crackers, they will add to noise pollution, air pollution. And Anju is asking about next chapter. I have not decided yet, but maybe, you know, morphology or maybe one chapter from human physiology. Okay? So we will do that, that we will see, but you know, I'll share my timetable before that, and hopefully we'll be able to take morphology. And from the first week of December, I'm hoping that we will be able to start some module on plus program also. So that also I have to decide, but for these 15-20 days, the break time which you're getting, keep revising everything. Don't just leave biology. Keep solving questions, keep watching the recorded videos, and I'm sure there are other videos also which are available to you, so keep watching those also. And happy Diwali to you all, Rajni, Kavipriya, everyone. Just enjoy this time, relax a little bit, and when we meet in December, first week of December, we will restart, and that time it is going to be like a faster pace. because after December we will have even less time for our NEET. So we will most probably come up with some kind of a crash course, maybe a 3-month crash course or a 4-month crash course. So keep revising everything so that we are able to revise everything in a fast manner, okay? And in this particular chapter, that is breathing and exchange of gases, if you have any kind of doubt, any question, keep collecting those doubts and questions on everything whatever you read, and when we meet in December we will take those doubts first, okay? Anything else that you want to know? Kalyan is saying, I want to clear MSc entrance from BHU, from zoology. See, Kalyan, I am not really sure what is the syllabus for that. So, I have no idea what is asked in the entrance exam, but I guess it is going to be the syllabus of BSc, because for MSc you would need the base, and probably the entrance exam would be from the syllabus of BSc, for most probably the basic things which are there. And oh, you're doing research, okay, Karan, and the research is in which subject or which field? On cells. Which cell are you studying? Because I did my MPhil on RBCs. So which cell are you doing your research on? Oh, you're also doing on RBC. And what is the topic? What is the topic of your research? The role of RBC, okay. Mine was the effect of temperature on the membrane fluidity. So tell me what your findings are as and when your research progresses. I'll be very interested in that. So share your findings whenever we meet next. Okay, so this is what I had planned for today's class, and the quiz, I would say everybody did fairly well. Kavipriya is saying, I want to become a neuroscientist. What should I do to research after finishing MBBS? See, the basic is MBBS. Once you do that, then you get into the research. So focus on MBBS, and while you're doing your MBBS, you may come across some specific thing which you want to take up further. Okay, and the last thing, those who have not taken the subscription yet, they need to decide very fast which plan you want to go for, a monthly plan, 6-monthly, or the annual. And whenever you decide for the plan, while taking that subscription or while making the payment, use this code Neela so that you are able to get the 10% discount. Okay, so wish you all a very happy Diwali in advance, and convey my happy Diwali wishes to your parents, your family members, and enjoy. Okay, I'll see you in the first week of December. All right, till that time, take care. Bye.